Yeah, let's go. Yeah. We came a long way. That's what the song say. And I could do all.
It's Madden NFL 22, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Vikings and the 49ers, and it's coming up next.
It is a pretty hot late summer afternoon here in the South Bay as EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Silicon Valley and Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Minnesota Vikings. Brandon Gaudin alongside the one and only Charles Davis. And CD, lots of compelling storylines in a game like this. Let's take a look at some of the numbers for these two offenses.
And I'm glad you brought up the numbers because sometimes it's hard to quantify a team's performance solely by judging the numbers. But I think with these two teams, what you see is a pretty accurate representation of who they are.
The Florida Atlantic man, Greg Joseph, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Santa Clara. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. The 49er offense coming out here for the first time, led by their quarterback, Jimmy Garoppolo. Garoppolo, 5th season with the 49ers, 8th overall in the National Football League.
Athletic, accurate, strong arm, knows how to make something out of nothing, and is also an excellent leader.
On first down, Garoppolo. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That is Tomlinson, who is down. Boy, not what they want to see. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. Shoves him away. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, What are they going to do on third down? You're a little off balance.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 47. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He'll swing this out to Mostert. I call it no gain there on the first down play, and they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Looking to throw again on second down. Garoppolo. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
All right, say it with me now. There are a lot of different words we come up with. Maybe we go back and forth after that play, getting his toes tapped down to make that catch. Crafty?
Yep.
Wiley? Oh, definitely.
All the veteran names?
You name it. Has every move in the book and continued to get better throughout his career so he can make that type of a catch.
And all of that, nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way you wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowski to punt this one away. Amir Abdullah deep for Minnesota. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. The Minnesota offense ready to go to work here. Their quarterback in his 10th season overall now, and 4th as a Viking, Kirk Cousins.
So this is where we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball, run it inside, everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try and create some space.
And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. 25 yards that time.
And it shouldn't come as any surprise that you say Adam Thielen made a catch, and it was for a first down. He comes off another solid season, over 900 yards receiving, one of the best route runners in the NFL.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Cousins. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And a solid run down inside the 30. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Here we go. Wait, 80!
Now a give to Mostert running right. Down to the 25. Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up the defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Here we go. 80!
To throw is Garoppolo. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
First and goal from the 6. Here's Sermon. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now a play fake. Garoppolo. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. The D-tackle Sheldon Richardson came barreling in for the sack.
And when you think of the Vikings, you think of a team that brings a lot of pressure to the quarterback, but a surprise in 2020, only 23 sacks as a unit last year. So they're in need of bigger production from their pass rush in 2021. Remember, last year's numbers, they were in the bottom 5 in the NFL. No way they want a repeat of that.
3rd and goal, and still a long way from the end zone.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. Watch 10.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. He's at the 50, the 30, 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. 3rd down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field and an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. A play fake from Mostert. Now Garoppolo. This one caught by Kittle. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And that's a sight that 49er fans like. George Kittle catching a pass for a first down. Remember, he only played in 8 games in 2020, but he was a 1,000-yard receiver in 2018, 2019. They're hoping he can regain his all-pro form this season.
From the gun, a run with Mostert. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 48 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. A gain of 6 there on first.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
2nd down at 4. On the handoff, this is Mostert. Good footwork at the 30. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. That's complete to Gallman. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
I really like the angles that the tacklers came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so you can only go so far outside, and they were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they used your boy over there, the 12th man. Sammy Sideline, right?
Sammy Sideline. You know something? He tackles pretty well, too.
He's tougher than an airport steak. To throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
That was a nice catch, but unable to stay in bounds. And remember, it wasn't a wide receiver who works on that all the time.
I was going to say, he likes to get the ball handed to him. Now, don't get me wrong, he's part of the passing game as well, but maybe a little out of his comfort zone there.
Yeah, he might want to have a few words to say to us about that later, but I am still going with you on that one. Wide receivers work on a little bit more.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Well, the coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up 4th down.
The kick by Gold is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. On the return, here comes Amir Abdullah. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
All day, baby, all day.
The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets them up nicely. 8 yards on the carry, 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Cousins gives way to Cook, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Not easy being a rookie left tackle in this league, and there they got him for the penalty.
Not easy at all. Think about what you're dealing with every game you play. Ostensibly, the best pass rusher is over you on every snap. I'd be a little jumpy myself.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
They go play action. Cousins. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter. On 3rd down, Cousins. And this is going to be incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity to just win a ride there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Niners will go on offense 1st and 10. Raheem Mostert and the Niner offense getting the football back. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up?
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Garoppolo on first down. They'll leave that underneath to Sermon. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it second down.
Here we go. What do you need? I'm going back to you.
They'll run right side with Mostert. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. The Niners on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Garoppolo now. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That's a first down and then some. A 32-yard pickup.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get to ball carriers. But in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Garoppolo. And he'll drop it underneath to Gallman. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Garoppolo now on 3rd and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play. Boy, such a good drive. You'd hate to have it end in 3. Do you think about going for it?
Absolutely. I mean, the fact that they've moved the ball so well should lead you to the decision that maybe we should go for it right here. Also, as a head coach, show some confidence in your team. Let them know you think they can go get it.
They'll run for it. Sermon. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Trey Sermon taking it in from a yard out. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. This defense held out as long as they could, but ultimately the running game wears them down from the 1-yard line.
And that gets set up throughout the entire drive, doesn't it? And when you put those big bodies and determination into that carry, the end result, touchdown.
Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. A 10-play drive that time. And it was finished off by the rookie Trey Sermon. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out.
Keep playing hard.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
Oh, good move. Breaks through the contact. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
We got this.
That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
And that's why Dalvin Cook is the Minnesota Vikings feature back. You put the ball in his hands, good things happen. Second in the NFL last year in rushing with 1,557 yards, and that's now back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons with 30 combined total touchdowns. What a player is Dalvin Cook.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Play action now. Cousins. He's got a man. Complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Big gains in succession. Last one was over 20. This one over 30. They lulled them to sleep there, so to speak. That was all set up by the running game, wasn't it?
Another example of what all offensive coordinators tell us. When the running game's operating, it really opens up the playbook, and that's when they hit them with the play action. And you can see the defenders rushing towards the line of scrimmage, then scrambling back trying to cover. Couldn't get there in time.
Well scripted. They had the big running play, now the big passing play. First down, here's the run with Cook. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 47 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now we've got movement up front, and I think this is going to be on Minnesota. Ooh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Cousins. And that'll be complete to Dillon. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. On third down and short and everything well executed, he not only gets the first down, Charles, he gets the touchdown as well.
And you see the defense commit to the run so often in these situations, but there's always that little bit of hesitancy, isn't there, partner? Thinking that they may play action you. They took advantage of that hesitancy and found their way into the end zone with a running play.
No problem there on the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Here's Richie James on the return. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. The Niners on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. So that time the pressure got home just as he was releasing the football and caused the pick.
And what it did was it disrupted that fragile balance of the mechanics of throwing the football. You know, from the footwork to being able to actually throw it downfield. If one piece of that puzzle gets disrupted, it affects the entire chance of success.
Minnesota's offense takes over possession. It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me and you know my tendencies in this situation. What do I want right now?
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Take your shot right here.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Nick Bosa just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Nick Bosa had an outstanding freshman campaign in 2019 with a 9-sack season and was named Defensive Rookie of the Year. Went down with a knee injury in Week 2 last year, and the Niners' fortunes seemed to sag right along with it.
A hole to dig out of here. 2nd and 17. Another try after the first down sack. Cousins. He'll fire one deep for Westbrook. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. D.D. Westbrook, 30 yards. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Well, that's what I call an answer right there. They gave up a sack on the previous play, How about what they did to finish things off, turning it right back around?
That's the response, and that O-line feels a lot better now, don't they?
Yeah, without a doubt, because give up the sack in the previous play, that just hurts those guys because they never want to see their guy get hit.
Joseph on for the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Now James returning. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Deebo Samuel and the 49ers back in possession here. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us, but sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's go, D.
They hand it off to Mostert. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
One advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Play action, Garoppolo. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 41-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Deebo Samuel was a revelation for the 49ers in their run to the NFC Championship in his rookie year of 2019. Injuries kept him to just 7 games last year, but he brings a dimension of creativity when he's out on the field, and he makes a nice catch there for a 1st down.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 41. Mostert able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
That's it, baby.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Garoppolo going to get this off to Mostert, and he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he is going to have a Niners 1st down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. 1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Garoppolo finding his tight end Kittle. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And the Niners are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. There's Garoppolo to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah,
what happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown, 49ers. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the 49ers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Now Gold for the extra point. And he's got it to make this a 21-17 game. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Amir Abdullah going to take it out of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Vikings going to take over now late in this first half. And we'll see what they want to do. 45 seconds is all that remains until the break.
Come on now.
A first down throw for Cousins. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was out there waving his arms saying throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
On 2nd and 10, Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Cousins now to throw on first down. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Dalvin Cook is running back, the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Lets it fly for Thielen. And that is caught at the 10-yard line.
Come on, baby.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Here's Cousins. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Nick Bosa able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. The kick by Joseph is good, and they will open their lead up to a touchdown at 24-17. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. Here's James. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. He's airing it out for Sanu. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It was a strong first half for the veteran quarterback, Kirk Cousins. First, though, let's run through the next-gen stats for the Vikings in that first half. And they've had some success on the ground. And with the lead going into the second half, they'll no doubt be looking to keep it going. Meanwhile, for the Niners, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? Now Abdullah, the return. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up. Yeah.
And the Vikings set to go on offense to begin the third quarter. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. On play action, Cousins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. A give, this is Cook, and that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Second and 11 now. Play fake, Cousins. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Cousins. Complete. Smith has it. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
And I believe that that gain on 3rd and long changes things quite a bit because this would be a very long field goal. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for it here.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over. This one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions, right?
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice, where you just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now Garoppolo. And that is incomplete.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Open man is Ayuk, complete. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Vikings pick up the football. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it. and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. He'll start by handing it off to Dalvin Cook. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Cousins. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. There's more coming. There's more where I came from.
'49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. Throwing is Cousins. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And he will have a Vikings 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a 1st down.
Off the play fake, Cousins. Open man here is Conklin. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Play action now. Cousins. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Now we've got movement up front, and I think this is going to be on Minnesota. That's going to set him back 5 yards. They go play action. Cousins. Looking sideline, incomplete. Behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 15. Cousins again. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 32-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
Well, they've certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins. It's caught. Smith. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Now a run with Cook. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. A first run for the backup, Abdullah. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
Way to go, baby.
It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Let it go. Get it. All I need, baby. That's all I need.
Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time, they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
Joseph now to have the PAT. And the lead is up to 14. So that drive spans 13 plays. And it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance.
Mostert hit, and he drops the ball.
Come on, baby, let's go. All over you.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Garoppolo now. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Second down at 6 now from the 42. Now a handoff. Sermon. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
2 straight 4-yard runs, and it is steadily working the ball downfield. To me, they're staying right on schedule. First down, you want 4 yards or more to set up the rest of the drive. They're getting exactly that.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he is going to have a 49ers first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
They got a completion there. That's clearly an example of one side happy, the other side not very happy. Defense, very, hey, take 1 or 2 yards. We're good with that. Offense, you got to expect to get more on the passing play.
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. On the handoff, Sermon. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
We got this.
The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 41. Now a play fake. Garoppolo. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. Garoppolo going to get this off to Mostert. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Here we go. 59 mark, check, 59.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. And this one is incomplete.
They're down 2 scores, and they need a quick one to try and get back into this one. That was one way to try and get it done. Unsuccessful in the attempt, but they have no choice but to keep trying.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. Looking for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
The scoreboard tells a story for them, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
And Gold is able to put it through, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. Abdullah's going to stay put, and the drive will start at the 25.
Let's go.
Minnesota now ready for their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. Room here to run. And he is finally out of bounds, just shy of the 5, all the way down at the 6. I tell you, for a defender, that's got to be a scary sight, seeing a big man like this with a head of steam behind him as he makes that catch and then turns upfield.
Yeah, and he's had a heck of a game so far, up over 100 yards receiving already. And it's not all been air yards as we saw right there. He's so good that when he gets space to maneuver, he can often turn it into a big play after the catch.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. This one now, Charles, you'd have to think all but over.
I would agree with that because this offensive line, they've been physical from the first snap of the game, and it's taken a toll on this defense, and it was never more evident than on that play right there. They continue to move the line of scrimmage forward, and they open up enough space there to get their guy into the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is up to 18 now. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Now James returning. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
59 Mike, check, 59.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. Now Garoppolo is in trouble, and down he goes. Sheldon Richardson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? We're usually talking about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took them to the limits.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And the pressure gets to him again. Sheldon Richardson able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. Fights through him. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
And now we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. 86 yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it. The running game continues to be a big part of their success here early in the 4th quarter.
And with those types of runs, that tells you they feel very confident in their running game. They feel very strong at this stage of the contest, and they want to keep doing exactly what we saw there, running the ball down their throat.
They run again on 1st down. Cook. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on 1st down. They did that plus 3.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook, and he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner, 100 yards or more in a game.
And only able to muster a couple, down to about the 27.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
On 2nd down now, it's Cook. And he's going to have this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 21. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line.
Let's go, baby.
They're able to convert with a gain of 4. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. They'll try to throw now. Cousins. Throw left side complete. That's Cook. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's a gain of 5. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Running the jet sweep. This is Thielen with it. And he's going to come up well shy of the 1st here as the tackle's made right around the 12. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Joseph's got it. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
Joseph now to kick this one away. Here's James. Now a hit and a loose football.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
And some play callers, when they go into games, they don't mind calling a lot of screens, and they don't care what down. They were maybe one block away from really having something there to start this drive. Good job defensively to cut through the blockers and make the tackle on the screen, or that could have gone for maybe 15 or 20 yards.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Check 59, Mike is 59.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a first down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try it now with Mostert. And he's going to have a Niners first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
Let's go! Let's go!
He's been tough for this defense to handle, over 100 yards. You kind of knew that they were going to him on that play, didn't you?
They certainly did. That's one of those situations where you simply say, my best runner over my best blockers, let's go ahead and pick it up. And I don't care if they know it on the other side. Here we come, and they got it done.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide, because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Garoppolo looks to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. And now it's 3rd down.
Here we go. 180!
So we got man.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. That's caught by Ayuk on the slant. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
One of the best routes, one of the favorite routes of any play caller. He just ran that one. Nice little angle route. That's supposed to be a catch, and usually it is in running back drop.
Yeah, I mean, he's a running back, but he's got hands. He should have caught it. Garoppolo again. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
Here we go. 180. Mike 54. Army. Hey, one set.
To throw is Garoppolo. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Brandon Ayuk, the one he was looking for. But now it's 3rd and goal.
Down near the goal line, things really get physical. You're always anticipating a running play, but when they do throw it, things happen quickly. A little bit of a bang-bang play there that falls incomplete.
This likely a must-have. 3rd and goal.
11.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. That is caught by the tight end Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Niners have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Gold to add the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Come on, boy.
On first down, it's Cook. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Again, it's Cook. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Time to go to work. Let's go.
To throw is Cousins. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow, out of bounds at the 1-yard line. George Kittle and the Niners ready for their next drive. And we see here the productivity certainly has decreased from the start of the game, but sometimes people forget these tight ends, they can do more than just catch the football.
That is so true, because now when things start to happen and you're not getting the ball as much, maybe you change your focus on the game. Maybe you become a very good decoy. Maybe you block a little bit more. But sometimes you have such a great first half, you expect it to continue to roll, and it doesn't just happen that easily in the second.
Now they have been able to shut him down, at least as of late.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. I mean, size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Brandon Ayuk, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down.
Here we go. Wait, 80. 59.
Focus, defense, focus.
Garoppolo. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely four-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Now Garoppolo. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Check, 59, 59. That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Now Garoppolo, gotta have this one. This is caught. It's Sanu. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check 59. Mike.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. And he loses the football a second time. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
Victory formation time for the Vikings as they'll take a knee here. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Cousins just going to take this one down to a knee and end it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.